Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are fine. Welcome to online sport class 3 for subject science. It's going to be your sixth lesson about unit 6 chapter number 12. So this is unit 6 physical science chapter number 12 light, sound and force. Today's contents of the video. First of all, we will take the short review of the whole lesson. And after that, we will do winter pep walk. Is that question answer and worksheet. Learning objectives of the lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to learn about luminous and non-luminous objects and how shadow is formed. Learn how sound is produced and differentiate between pleasant sound and noise. Learn that what is force and things force can do. So let's begin. So material required for this lesson is lead pencil, color box, eraser, sharpener, ruler, notebook, science book and winter pad. So I hope you kept there all things and you are ready for your sixth lesson. So we are going to read about unit 6 physical science and chapter number 12 light, sound and force. Before going to start the lesson, let's take a very short review of the lesson. We have learned in the previous lesson about light. So students, we know that about light, sun is the main source of light. Sun जो है वो light का main source है, main जरिया है जहाँ से हम light हासिल करते हैं. So we get light from some other sources also. We get light from an electric bulb, a candle, a torch and a lamp. So students, our topic is unit 5 physical science and chapter number 12 light, sound and force. So before going to start the lesson, let's take a review of the lesson. We have learned in the previous lesson about light. So students, sun is the main source of light. We get light from some other sources also. We get light from an electric bulb, a candle, a torch and a lamp. So we have learned about luminous object and non-luminous object. Now see the luminous objects. So students, objects that give out light, they are called the luminous object. See the objects which give us light. So these objects give us light, sun, fire, torch and candle. These are the objects which give us light and they are called the luminous objects. Now see non-luminous objects. Some objects that do not give out light, they are called the non-luminous objects. Non-luminous objects are human beings, pen, wooden objects, they do not give out light. So that's why they are called the non-luminous objects. And students, we have learned in the previous lesson, how do we can see the objects. So students, we can see things or objects only when there is light. So when light falls on an object, it bounces back. When this light reaches our eyes, we can see the things. So students, we see an object when light from it reaches our eyes. Let's come to know about shadow. We know that light travels in a straight line. When an object blocks the path of the light, a dark area is formed on the ground or wall behind it. This area is called the shadow. Students, जब लाइट के रास्ते में कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट या कोई भी चीज उस लाइट के रास्ते को ब्लॉक करेगी तो वहां पे शेडो अपीयर होगा. आप देखेंगे सूरज के सामने अगर आप खड़े होते हैं तो आपने सूरज की रोशनी को ब्लॉक किया तो वहां पे आपका शेडो अपीयर होगा. So this is clear. Let's see sound. What is sound? So students, sound is a form of energy that can be heard and travels in waves. So we use sounds for communication, talk to people and for recognize the things. चीजों को पहचानने के लिए, एक दूसरे से बातचीत करने के लिए हम साउंड को यूज करते हैं. So students, sound is produced by vibration. Sound vibration से पैदा होती है. Vibrations are fast to and fro movement. Vibration fast to और fro movement होती है like back and forth movement of an object. किसी भी चीज की आगे पीछे होने वाली मूवमेंट जिसमें थरथराहट पैदा हो वो वाइब्रेशन कहलाती है. So when air vibrates, sound is produced. We hear sounds when the vibrations reach our ears. Like when your doorbell rings, parts of the bell will vibrate and creating sound. Is it clear? Now I will tell you about some pleasant or unpleasant sound. अब देखिए pleasant sounds कौन सी होती हैं. So students, some sounds are soft and pleasant like music is a pleasant sound. म्यूजिक प्लेजेंट साउंड है, ये हमें सुनने में अच्छा लगता है। इसी तरह से आप देखिए साउंड ऑफ बर्ड्स लाइक cuckoo एटसेट्रा, दीज आर कॉल्ड द प्लेजेंट साउंड्स। नाउ सी अनप्लेजेंट साउंड। Unpleasant sound can be defined as a sound which irritates us and can cause headache. जो हमें सुनने में अच्छा ना लगे और हमें इरिटेट करे वो अनप्लेजेंट साउंड होती हैं। So noisy sound is called the unpleasant, like the sound at construction site, horn of train or vehicle, and also rock music. These are examples of the unpleasant sound. So I hope this is clear about sound. So let's see, the last one is force. What is a force? When we push or pull something, we apply force. जब हम चीजों को पुश करते हैं और पुल करते हैं तो हम फोर्स को यूज करते हैं. So students, force can do many things. Let's see things which force can do. So see the first one. Force can move, stop and change the direction of object. Force can also lift, break, bend, turn, twist, squeeze and change the shape of things. Some natural forces like wind and water, these are the natural forces. These forces can move things. Now see man-made forces. We also use man-made machines to move the things. So students, this was your review of the chapter and let's start today's lesson by the help of this review. Let's come to start our winter pack work. So open your science winter pack. Page number 9 is about unit 6 physical science, chapter number 12 light, sound and force. Answer this question. Question number 1 is what is noise? So students, see the answer. Loud sound is called the noise. Now question number 2 is what is force? See the answer. A force is a push or pull upon an object. Question number 3 is name 4 things forces can do. So students, force can do many things as number 1 is force can move an object. फोर्स किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को मूव कर सकती है, यानी हम एक चीज को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ले जाने के लिए फोर्स को यूज करते हैं. एंड नंबर 2 इज फोर्स कैन स्टॉप अ मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट. फोर्स से हम किसी ऑब्जेक्ट की मूविंग को स्टॉप कर सकते हैं. लाइक अगर आपने बॉल थ्रो की है तो बॉल मूव कर रही है, लेकिन अगर आप उसको पकड़ लेते हैं तो आपने बाय फोर्स उस बॉल को स्टॉप किया है. नाउ सी नंबर 3 इज फोर्स कैन चेंज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट. Number 4 is force can bend an object. So students, only these 3 questions which you have to rewrite on your science notebook. Now we have to start our notebook work. Write today's index about light, sound and force. Question answer 1 till 3. So let's start title page of unit 6 physical science chapter number 12 light, sound and force. So students, before going to start notebook work, make title page on your notebook with the help of this slide. So I hope this is clear. So students, on very next page of your title page, write down date and today's task on this page. Don't forget to draw the margin line. Write down topic unit 6 chapter number 12 light, sound and force. Question answer. Write down question number 1 what is a noise and question number 2 what is force. Now here write down question number 3. Question number 3 is name 4 things forces can do. So students, take the help from winter pack and we write question answer in your neat handwriting. Let's come to start our enrichment worksheet of the chapter. So open your science winter pack page number 8. Chapter number 12 light, sound and force. It's worksheet number 2. So first of all write down your name, section and also write down date. See the question number 1. Question number 1 is choose the correct option. So let's start. Number 1 is the objects that give out light are called dash objects. So students, they are called luminous objects, non-luminous objects or both. So the objects that give out light are called the luminous objects. Number 2 is we can see things when there is dash. We can see things when there is water, air or light. So write down the answer. We can see things when there is light. Number 3 is the dash is formed when the path of light is blocked by an object. The animal is formed, the shadow is formed or the light is formed. The correct one answer is the shadow is formed when the path of light is blocked by an object. Number 4 is we recognize many things by their sound, loud or sight. So students, we recognize many things by their sounds. Number 5 is we hear sounds when the dash reach our ears. We hear sounds when the light reach, when the force reach, and when the vibrations reach our ears. So write down the answer. We hear sounds when the vibrations reach our ears. See the number 6. When we push or pull something, we apply dash. Students, when we push or pull something, we apply force, we apply object, or we apply energy. So students, when we push or pull something, we apply force. The last one, number 7. Number 7 is wind and water move things by some dash force. So students, wind and water move things by some natural force, non-natural, or both. Write down the correct one answer. Wind and water move things by natural force. Let's start question number 2. Fill in the blanks. Number 1, we see and dash when light from it reaches our eyes. We see an object when light from it reaches our eyes. So students, number 2, light travels in a dashed line. Light travels in a straight line. Number 3 is sound is produced by dash. So students, sound is produced by vibrations. Number 4 is sound of crackers and horns of vehicles are dash sound. So students, sound of crackers and horns of vehicles are unpleasant sound. Number 5 is dash can move, stop and change the direction of objects. Force can move, stop and change the direction of objects. Let's see question number 3. Match the words with their correct meanings. So students, see the words and their meanings. First one is luminous. So students, luminous means objects that give out light. Next one word is vibrations. Vibrations mean to and fro movement are called the vibrations. Now see non-luminous. Non-luminous mean objects that do not give out light. Next one word is force. So students, push and pull are called force. Now see noise. Loud sounds are called noise. So students, this was your enrichment worksheet which you have to complete correctly. So students, the task which you have to do is make title page of unit 6 chapter number 12. Do and learn question answer unit 6 chapter number 12 on your science notebook. Do and learn worksheet from winter pack page number 8. So students, I hope you will complete your task with just in zeal. So I hope today's lesson was very interesting and helpful for you. To the next lesson, take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching the video. Allah Hafiz.